Christmas time. We moving from house to house. Christmas time.
Good morning, 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 good morning. Good morning, Grenada, Carriacou, BT, Martinique. Thank you so much for joining us on Good Morning, Grenada. Happy to have you. Thank you for your listenership, your viewership, your time. Thank you for spending the waking hours of your thankful Thursday with me. Appreciate it always. Those of you joining us on the GBN Grenada Broadcasting Network's Facebook page, the Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel, the website www.gbn.gd, GBN TV channel 7, 11, and 20, and good morning to the listeners of Classic 105.5, 105.9, Hot 98.5, 98.7. A special thankful Thursday morning to each and every one of you. Those of you tuned in internationally, happy to have you. No, let me start over. Those of you joining us across the region, happy to have you joining us this morning. Spicy hugs to each and every one of you from as far north as Jamaica, far south as Guyana, far southwest as the ABC Islands, and far northeast of Grenada as Barbados, all the islands in between. Good morning to you. And those of you joining us internationally, good morning, good afternoon, good night. Hope you will have a good day, are having a good day, have had a good day. That should cover everybody, including Santa. Good morning to Santa Claus. I'm waiting on my gifts Christmas Day. Well, you know, Christmas is just about 2 weeks away, 2 weeks and a day. 2020 started out creeping. To me, 2020 started out slow. But as soon as we ushered in the best month of the year, aka September, it's like 2020 just speed up. And look, we're almost in the middle of December, almost to Christmas, almost ending 2020. I lie? No, I lie because I never lie. I never lie sometimes. Sometimes, huh? All right, let's do this. It's time for this morning's word of the day. This morning's word of the day is mitzvah. Mitzvah. M-I-T-Z-V-A-H, mitzvah. It's a noun which means any good or praiseworthy deed. Mitzvah. Mitzvah, which means law, divine law, or commandment, is probably most familiar to Americans in the phrases bar mitzvah and bat mitzvah, son and daughter of the law or commandant, the ceremony making the young person responsible for observing the law. Mitzvah represents a modern pronunciation of the Hebrew word which means command or commandment. There also exists the developed meaning of mitzvah, which is the good deed performed in fulfillment of a commandment, such as the obligation to love one's neighbors as oneself. Mitzvah entered English in the mid-17th century. Word of the day this morning, mitzvah, M-I-T-Z-V-A-H. It's a noun which means any good deed, any good or praiseworthy deed. Examples of the use of the word. Here's what I learned. It's a mitzvah for humanity that I didn't take my parents' advice about becoming a doctor. Another example of the use of the word, wearing something new for a festive occasion is a mitzvah, a commandment and good deed in Jewish law. Word of the day, mitzvah, M-I-T-Z-V-A-H. It's a noun which means any good or praiseworthy deed. And as you go about your thankful Thursday, the thought of the day, gratitude creates its own attitude. Gratitude creates its own attitude. To me, this is one of the thoughts that does not need much explanation. It speaks for itself. Your attitude, how grateful you are, the grateful heart, how thankful you are, determines your attitude on a daily, hourly, minutely basis. Gratitude creates its own attitude. Let's see what's celebrated today. It is December 10th, 2020. Today it is Human Rights Day. Human Rights Day on December 10th remembers the day the General Assembly of the UN adopted and proclaimed the Universal Declaration of Human Rights in 1948. It is the most translated document around the world and is available in over 500 languages. It has inspired countries and people alike to start treating everyone with the right to life, liberty, property, and the pursuit of happiness. On Human Rights Day, we acknowledge the importance of this document and the importance of human rights. It is Human Rights Day, which also means it is the end of the 16 days of activism against violence against women and girls, which it ends today. The 16 days ends today on Human Rights Day. So be a little extra nice to people today. Respect people's views. Show a little love and appreciation where you can. Be kind, be nice, be loving, be caring, be compassionate, be empathetic, be sympathetic. It is Human Rights Day. Those are qualities we should show every day, but especially today on Human Rights Day. Just go a little extra mile on Human Rights Day. Today it is also International Animal Rights Day. So it's both Human Rights and Animal Rights Day. The rights of our furry friends are celebrated annually on International Animal Rights Day on December 10th. The holiday is shared with Human Rights Day, as it should be, because animals have the right to be treated with respect, and acts of cruelty against them need to end just as much as for humans. It is also International Animal Rights Day, so be kind to animals and humans as well today. Show a little love. If you see a stray dog, give it a piece of food. Don't just tell it, mash. No. Maybe use a better tone if you're saying mash. Maybe just say, mash, dog. But be a little bit extra nice today. Human Rights Day and International Animal Rights Day. Just show love to every living thing, especially on this Thankful Thursday. All right. Okay, so usually I do birthdays, the birthday list and anniversary list at just about 10 minutes after 7, but I'm taking in front and doing just one right now because it is a significant birthday for one of our Grenadians. Today it is the 119th birthday of Miss Massima Noel, a resident of Leicester on the Sister Isle of Carriacou, if my memory serves me correctly. So I wanted to give her a special shout out. She is the oldest, or should I say the known oldest woman and person living in the Tri-Island. So I needed to hail her up. 119th birthday today. Miss Noel, bless up your whole self. Continue whatever you're doing that have you so strong. Hopefully I get as much favor as you've been granted. Congratulations. Happiest of Thursdays to you. All the folks on the Sister Isle, Mr. Bedeau, I know you're tuned in. Just give her a little hail up today and tell her Blossom specifically said happiest of birthdays to her on her 119th. Bless up yourself. Whatever it is Carriacou has, I want a little piece of it, because 119 is definitely a milestone. So happy birthday again to Miss Massima Noel, Grenada's oldest living woman, oldest living person actually, at the age of 119, which she celebrates today. Happy birthday, Miss Noel. All right, and it is now time to prepare for, I saw a notice that I wanted to share on Facebook. Right. There's a meeting scheduled for this afternoon, 5:30 p.m. at the Spice Basket in Bolio, for promoters. The Grenada Promoters Association is having a meeting this afternoon. And according to the news release, the purpose is to update and discuss the present COVID-19 protocols in relation to the entertainment industry and its ongoing effects on promoters' livelihoods. So all promoters near and far, 5:30 p.m. at the Spice Basket today. That meeting is scheduled for today. Coming out of the meeting held with government recently and recent developments in relation to the entertainment industry, 5:30 Spice Basket Courtyard today. Now let's get into the morning edition of news and highlights of last evening's newscast. This is Good Morning Grenada, Classic GBN Hot 98. Again, happy birthday, Miss Noel. We'll be right back.
Anything. If you had ginger beer with us, bunches, we drinking that too, man. You can bring us some cola tonic, we drinking that. Anything you have, we drinking there, boy. What? What we say? Hear me? Hey, what?
It is 6:45 a.m. Time check comes to you compliments.
And who has been wanted by police in connection with a violent incident at a bakery in St. Andrew has surrendered. Late this afternoon, police said that he turned himself in at the Grenville police station. Chrislina John, what can you tell us?
What I can tell you is that Elon Antonio Alexander, alias Tonton, 23 years, unemployed of Dabo St. George and Mamakan St. Andrew, surrendered to the Grenville police on Wednesday in connection with the alleged attempted rape of a female village bakery employee. Police launched a manhunt 3 weeks ago for Alexander in relation to the incident, which allegedly occurred on November 26. In an exclusive interview with the victim, who did not wish to do an on-camera video recording but shared photos with GBN for use, told her story of the incident. She recalled that the incident occurred after 3 p.m. Wednesday at the bakery's location in Lower Mamakan, St. Andrews. The victim told GBN's news desk on Friday that she was executing her duties on Wednesday afternoon when she faced a horrendous predicament. She is nursing head injuries. She explained that she went to a section of the office to carry out a task, and on her return to her workstation, the suspect confronted her while brandishing a gun. He is alleged to have demanded that she return to the back of her workplace and get undressed. She said she was shocked but refused to comply with his demand. The bakery employee related to GBN that the attacker struck her 3 times in the head with a gun, an act she believed was his attempt to knock her unconscious. However, he did not succeed. She said she retaliated with a broomstick, hitting him and calling for help from a co-worker who was on the upper floor of the building. When the colleague entered the room, the man ran into the nearby bushes. No charges has been laid against Tonton as yet. Christelina John.
People here are being urged to be on the lookout for 2 Vincentian criminals who have broken out of jail. Police in St. Vincent and the Grenadines is asking the people of Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique to be on the lookout for Veron Primus and Ulrich Hansen. A press release issued by the Vincentian police says that a manhunt has been launched for the 2 prison escapees. The report informs that Primus was serving a sentence for murder, while Henson was awaiting trial for a series of serious offenses, including murder, robbery, and burglary. Both men are considered armed and dangerous. Persons who may come in contact with the 2 men are being asked to contact their nearest police station or call the emergency number 911. Former Government Minister Roland Bola is making a return to Parliament. He has been selected to replace government appointee Kim George, who resigned about 6 weeks ago. Bola is expected to take the oath of office next week, Tuesday, when the Senate begins debate on the 20th. He spoke about the reason for his decision.
Roland Bola has confirmed to GBN that he accepted his party's request to replace former Senator Kim George in the upper house, who resigned in October, citing demands of her profession and Senate preparation. In an exclusive interview with GBN, Bola said he was asked to step in to fill the vacant position and answered.
I was approached and asked if I would be willing to fill that position. Until such time, I don't know for how long, I don't know, if someone else may be coming, if I'd be asked to remain there until and whenever an election is called. But I readily accepted it because I want to do what's right for my country, first and foremost, and for my parties that I support, once it's legal and above board.
Bola received his instrument of appointment last week, Wednesday, the same day that Finance Minister Gregory Bowen presented the 2021 budget of revenue and expenditure. He is expected to take the oath of office when the Senate meets to debate the 2021 budget on December 15th. When asked if he will be willing to become a candidate if asked by the party, he said it will have to be an emergency situation for that to happen.
It's still very early to say. It has to be a situation. Let me answer by telling you, I do not have very much interest in wanting to contest as a candidate in an election anymore. What I can tell you is that if it reaches to a do-or-die situation, I want to put it that way, where in any particular constituency, the party is unable to fill a candidate, and I am approached to say, look, this is our present situation. We need some assistance from you. I will give it serious consideration. Other than that, no, I am not totally interested, but I'm not ruling it out to say it will never happen. There may be a situation that occur where desperation for someone may be the case, and of course, with the concurrence of my family, I'm going to give it serious consideration.
Senator Bola formerly sat as Minister for Agriculture and Sports. For GBN News, I am Rina Pear.
If it's one thing that the Prime Minister and opposition leader agree on, it's in relation to the operations of the Marketing and National Importing Board. The Prime Minister believes that MNIB has lost its way, while the opposition leader wants a close examination of the organization's operations.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell dealt a stinging rebuke on the state-owned Marketing and National Importing Board, the MNIB. In his presentation to the 2021 Budget of Revenue and Expenditure on Monday, Dr. Mitchell said the MNIB, which was established to provide market access for farmers, is now competing with those same farmers.
I think this MNIB has lost its way. The founding fathers of the MIB never intended for MNIB to be competing with private sector institutions for anything. It was meant to be a marketing board. It is no longer a marketing board. Marketing what? The people you're marketing for right now, the farmers, afraid of you. Well, what? Doesn't make any sense.
The Prime Minister said the future of the entity needs to be analyzed.
We have to seriously look at where we go in the marketing board. We can't fool ourselves. We're spinning top and mud. We just have to find millions of dollars to bail out marketing board on another situation. Farmers are hardly taking their produce there unless they have no alternative. So clearly, if we are serious, that's only one true statement leader of the opposition. I want to compliment him for that, but that's true. So we have to find a way.
Opposition leader Tobias Clement, in his response to the budget on Monday, called on Agriculture Minister Peter David to look delicately into the affairs of the MNIB. He told the nation he has issues with the MNIB and that farmers, employees, and the nation are complaining about the business. Clement spoke about one of the ventures the MNIB embarked on.
The CEO, they hired him as a manager, but he made himself CEO. Launched that project in Bonaccord Estate to lease Bonaccord Estate from the proprietor. Marketing board spent $2.5 million on Bonaccord Estate, Mr. Speaker. They planted 575 soursop trees, 600 breadfruit trees, 2,000 plantain trees, and pineapple.
Unfortunately, the yield of the MNIB investment was too significant for them to benefit.
The proprietor moved to take back his estate from Marketing Board. Why? Marketing Board did not pay the lease. And Mr. Speaker, you want to hear the kicker? This is the kicker. When the soursop declared, they went to him and said, can you sell us the soursop? You know what he said to them? You can't pay us for my soursop. Marketing Board can pay me for my soursop.
Regarding the ongoing investigation into questionable transactions at the MNIB, Prime Minister Mitchell says he supports the investigation despite his opinion that the wheels of justice sometimes spin too slow. Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
Still on news of agriculture, the government is trying to rectify problems being experienced by farmers who ply their trade at the temporary vendors market at the National Stadium's car park. Rena Pear spoke to Senator Nolan Cox about some of the initiatives being explored.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell, accompanied by Cabinet colleagues Peter David and Nolan Cox, met with a small group of 11 market vendors on Tuesday to hear their concerns about the impact of their relocation to the car park of the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. The meeting was initiated by the Prime Minister in direct response to an appeal made by one of the vendors during a recent town hall meeting. Senator Cox, who is heading the Ministry of Infrastructure Development, Transport and Implementation, says
what we have been able to do as a ministry, we work with and Permanent Secretary, Minister of Transport and Permanent Secretary in Infrastructure here, was to, on Fridays and Saturdays, we initiate this free rider bus day, where we have 2 buses operating a shuttle system sponsored by the private sector. A number of corporate entities have been sponsoring the shuttle on the weekends since November, and we're into December now, and they're continuing to do that. I really want to thank them for doing that for the vendors.
The minister also disclosed the plans to host various activities, with plans to extend market hours during the week of Christmas to attract more customers.
Also, you'll hear more about it coming the week leading up to Christmas. We want to do something that we're working with the Ministry of Trade to do a little night market activity. So you'll hear more about that coming very soon. So the staff is working very hard to bring some more activity for them in that area. There are some other small cosmetic issues and things like that. All that have been sorted out. But the main challenge is the flow of customers. The traffic is very poor. We want to encourage persons who you're driving, you have your own vehicle, the congestion in town, to avoid that. You can shop right at the vendors market at the stadium. There's ample parking and it's safe. There's a washroom. There's everything that is.
The vendors were asked to relocate to the stadium car park since April of 2020 during the COVID-19 lockdown, following which the rehabilitation of the St. George's Market commenced. Government indicated that a financial support system may also be put in place for the vendors. For GBN News, I am Rina Pear reporting.
Let your animals stray onto the waste disposal site in Carriacou, you will have to pay a fee to get them out. That's the warning from the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority. Chrislina John picks up the story.
Measures have recently been put in place by the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority in collaboration with the Royal Grenada Police Force and the Ministry of Agriculture to curb the number of animals found wandering in the Dumfries landfill in Carriacou. Animals found there will now be impounded at a facility run by the Ministry of Agriculture. Assistant Public Relations Officer at the authority, Nikolai Boyk, says the measure became necessary after the issue was recognized as a health and safety hazard.
We saw this necessary to address because, one, it poses a serious risk to our heavy machinery operators. It poses a risk to waste haulers coming to dispose of waste at the landfill, and it also poses a risk to the public health if these animals are to enter our food stream, right? And also, as just mentioned, we did extensive work during the year, and what we do not want happening is having these animals taking the waste from one spot and bringing it outside the landfill, and again creating these waste spills. Already we have the animals have been eating the ornamental plants which we have planted. So we saw it necessary to work in collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture. And from Monday, the 19th of October, we started an impounding process whereby all animals found within the boundary of the Dumfries landfill, they will be taken to a facility maintained by the Ministry of Agriculture, after which owners are required to collect the animals within 10 days. Failure to retrieve animals within that 10 days of impounding, the animal owner will be held responsible for all fees accumulated regarding the animal or animals while in possession of the Ministry of Agriculture.
Boyk says when the regulation was first put in place in October, the Solid Waste Authority saw a reduction in the number of animals wandering the site. He says as things are slowly reverting, they are making a renewed appeal to livestock farmers to safeguard their animals.
Now, I must say it is not the intention of the authority to see animal owners having to go through that process, having to come out of their pockets, especially during these times, to pay these fees. So we are making a fund. And also, we do not want to see the hard work which was done in the removal and recovery of waste outside and around the boundary of the landfill going to vain. So we are making a fervent appeal to animal owners to please ensure that your animals are kept on your property and they do not linger in boundary with the Dumfries landfill. This is all we are asking.
The officer further stated that the impounding process was their last resort, and after the animals have been impounded, they will then be the responsibility of the Ministry of Agriculture and no longer in the hands of the Solid Waste Management Authority. For GBN News, Beverly Tellisford.
Have you ever pondered about your life, your financial struggles, and what that means for your children's future, especially with job loss and salary cuts due to the COVID-19 pandemic? A local financial planner sat down with Trelawna Charles to help design a path towards generational wealth. She shared some of his thoughts with us.
Generational wealth is the passing down of assets from one generation to the next and is a goal for many individuals who wish to ensure financial security for their loved ones. Unfortunately, many Grenadians struggle to accomplish this and often live paycheck to paycheck. Insurance consultant Marquise Joseph is urging Grenadians to consider life insurance as a viable option to begin building generational wealth. He says with Grenada's current standard of living, there is a cycle of poverty that continues and it is time to break it.
And life insurance is one way that we can guarantee that we break this cycle of poverty and ensure that each generation that comes doesn't have to go through the same struggles that the past generation did, and that we can grow as a people. So that is the importance of life insurance, that we as Grenadians should get involved and have our life insurance policies in place.
Mr. Joseph says although life insurance is seen as a thing for the rich, it is suitable for anyone who knows the value of money. He made sure to clear up some common misconceptions about life insurance policies.
First and foremost is that a lot of people think life insurance is expensive, but how can something that is specifically tailored to you be expensive? Yeah, so it's not expensive. Life insurance can be tailored to your needs and to your pocket. Secondly, people are of the opinion that life insurance is only for, well, when you die, your beneficiaries are the ones that benefit from it. But there are policies that can benefit you while you're living as well. So that's a common misconception as well.
Finance experts believe that using permanent life insurance as an investment might make sense for certain high net worth individuals. However, for the average person, buying term and investing the difference is usually seen as a more effective option. Trelawna Charles, GBN News.
Workers at the National Water and Sewage Authority, NWASA, have intensified their protest action. The workers standing in solidarity with their co-worker Andy Lewis, who was laid off from the company since September. Chrislina John is following that story.
NWASA's board of directors appears to stand firm on its decision not to reinstate former employee Andy Lewis. It's been 3 months since Lewis was terminated from his job at NWASA, an act considered by bargaining agent, the Technical and Allied Workers Union, as unfair. Since then, TAU has been clamoring for the reinstatement of Mr. Lewis. According to President of the union, Andre Lewis, today's protest action is just another attempt the union has made to have Lewis back on the job and to garner public support on the situation. So far, President Lewis noted that they have written to the company and held meetings. However, the board has rejected having Lewis back to work.
So let's understand what happened. Before they terminated Andy, we were in discussion. Rather than getting back to us, the company terminated Andy. We made an intervention, we met with the company. The board, in its own deliberate judgment, said they are not taking back Andy. We then held a meeting with the workers, demanding of the company the reinstatement of Andy. Nothing happened. We then moved to the wearing of red t-shirts, union t-shirts. And we have been doing that for over 3 weeks now. As of today, we have moved to calling the workers out onto the street so we can bring to the attention of the public whose sympathy and support we are calling for to ensure that Andy's job is being preserved.
The union's president said they will be satisfied if the company reinstate Lewis and allow him to work elsewhere within the company.
There is no financial crisis. This is a time when the government of Grenada has been calling on all employers to preserve jobs. The government must lead by example. The government has been boasted, correctly so, and we are thankful and grateful that no public officer so far has lost their jobs. But yet still, in a state-owned enterprise as Navasa, that only recently increased water rates, see it fit to send home a worker, a permanent worker who has worked for over 12 years with the company.
Lewis was part of the company's planning and development unit. TAO's president says they will do all that is necessary to preserve Andy's job. Chrislina John, GBN News.
The story continues. The National Water and Sewerage Authority, NAWASA, issued a statement this afternoon regarding the industrial dispute. Let's hear from NAWASA's legal counsel, Denise Burris.
The National Water and Sewerage Authority regrets the current position of the Grenada Technical and Allied Workers Union in relation to former employee Mr. Andy Lewis. The strike action taken today is an illegal one and contravenes the requirements of the collective agreement. NAWASA believes that it is very unfortunate that the union has taken this position in relation to the job that has been made redundant, especially where the union agreement makes provision for such instances and for an employee to be fully compensated. Furthermore, this matter is already referred to the Minister of Labour. NAWASA did not make a hasty decision, nor was the union or the employee in question unaware. NAWASA informed the union in December 2019 of the pending redundancy. NAWASA further engaged the union and the employee in March and August 2020 before the employee was made redundant on September 1st, 2020. The union agreement recognizes circumstances where a position may become redundant and the employee is severed by way of redundancy. The authority followed the process as stipulated in the said agreement and paid Mr. Lewis accordingly. He was paid more than 2 years' salary.
14 educators are now certified to instruct and assess Caribbean Vocational Qualification (CVQ) subjects in secondary schools. They graduated today during a ceremony hosted by the Ministry of Education and the National Training Agency. The graduation ceremony was held at the Olympic House, Montrose, St. George. Chrislina John was there and filed this report.
12 teachers are now better equipped to conduct and assess CVQ subjects in accordance to industrial standards. Janesta Charles, coordinator for standard and planning at the National Training Agency, explained the two components that were covered during the training.
I've done two programs with them. The first one that we did capture training and development. They would have done 4 units from the occupational standard in training and development, and that basically captured being able to plan for training, conduct the training, and really meet the needs of the trainees that they're going to deliver the programs to, right? The second program that they did was assessment level 4, and that allowed them now to be able to plan for assessment, conduct assessment, and evaluate assessment.
The first part of the training was conducted in 2019. Charles says participants had to be evaluated in a number of areas in order to be certified. With these educators now being certified, it means that assessors would not have to be sourced from the outside. The schools are now better placed to implement the CVQ programs, she says.
You have different components that you have to ensure that are in place. And while the physical facilities may exist, if your trainers, albeit your teachers, if they are not trained to implement the CVQ in schools, then then we have a deficiency. So what the ministry would have sought to do was to invest in some of the teachers, in some of the schools rather, that have the capacity to implement the program. So we would have done the training. So teachers are better placed now to use the occupational standards to actually deliver the program that leads to the qualification.
Imogen Howard, a teacher at the Westerhall Secondary School, was one of the participants. She explained how this training will better equip students for the world of work, not only academically, but also with skills.
We are now trained, we are instructors and facilitators. We are taking teaching learning at a different approach. So you would find that the children will be no more involved in doing practical things, looking at their skills, letting them learn on their own. Like normally now we have the CXC program where you have a syllabus and everybody has to finish. With the skill part is different. Each child would take his or her time. The teacher would facilitate, go with them step by step for them to be able to accomplish this task or so that they are set out to do. And a lot of the things are skills, hands-on trainings.
Funding for the training was sourced from the Caribbean Development Bank through the Ministry of Education. Christelina John, GBN News.
Total is one of the world's largest oil companies with a top quality line of lubricants. Total Lubricants has a full product line from passenger cars, motorcycle, heavy industrial equipment, mining, trucking, agriculture, and manufacturing machines and vehicles. Total Lubricants, winning championships in motorsports, including Formula One and World Rally Championships. Total Lubricants are available at all Rubis service stations, leading automotive shops, and distributed by Huggins.
Changes in sleep pattern, changes in appetite, lack of energy, no interest in work or hobbies, difficulty concentrating, constant sadness, thoughts of death and suicide. These are signs of depression. But there is help. Call 440-2269 and save a life today.
Get the Christmas feeling at Dean's Mattress today and all through the holiday season. Dean's is bringing you absolute great Christmas cheer. Your reward? Supportive, a comfortable feel when you get a mattress from Dean's this Christmas season. Special offers on beds, foam, divans, and mattresses. Call Dean's today about your needs for odd size mattresses, baby crib mattresses, and mattresses for yachts. And of course, all the smart shoppers who placed your items on layaway, get them today. The special offer from Dean's. Free delivery island-wide and to the boat for the Carriacou and Pity Martinique customers. Call Dean's now, 440-3240 or 440-0552. Dean's Mattress, where quality is never compromised. Merry Christmas from Dean's Mattress.
Voyager Main Store is your favorite home goods store, and Voyager 2 stocks all your Christmas items. Both are located on Granby Street, St. George, on the upper and lower floors. Beautify your home this season with curtains from Voyager 2. Get 5 pieces for $75 or 4 pieces for $100. We also have a wide range of Christmas lights and Christmas trees with and without decorations. Voyager and Voyager 2. Check them out in downtown St. George's today.
Are you looking
looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 418-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Foliage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
Do you want to win loads of prizes this Christmas with BIP? Join our Spin to Win promotion to win exciting prizes daily. Here's how. Go to the Discover section of the BIP app. Search for the Spin to Win channel and click follow. Once you have followed the channel, click the Spin Now button, choose your device type, select your country, and wait for the wheel to start spinning. Be quick. When your wheel lands on the correct prize of the day, screenshot the prize and send your screenshot to the Spin to Win chat to enter the promotion. Click the Daily Updates button to get updates on the prize you are required to spin for each day, and also to know if you are the lucky winner of the day.
A Merry Christmas, spin and win with BIP.
Food is fundamental, and at Caribbean Agro Industries Limited, we source premium quality wheat and other ingredients, so you get the best results in the kitchen, bakeries and farms. For over 35 years, we've supplied Grenada with the finest flour and animal feed. The tastiest cakes, pastries or breads are baked with the region's finest flour. Buy the products you've trusted for all these years. Baker's Pride, Supreme and Sunshine Flour. Get the best from your farm animals with our master mixed feed brands. Support local. Buy products that are made in Grenada. Call us on 440-2954 or visit us at Mount Gay St. George or check our Facebook page. Caribbean Agro Industries Limited, a subsidiary of ADM. Unlocking nature, enriching life.
How going on, boy? Hey, good old things. Hey, easy. Yeah. Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day. Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service. Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy. Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Hey, what's up? This is your boy Omi wishing everybody in Grenada, GBN, happy holidays, love, respect, stay safe. I'm out.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 418-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Foliage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
These
These have been tough times, and we could all use a helping hand to get through this period. GUT Credit Union gives you the opportunity to do just that without a worry. What are you looking forward to? A relaxing staycation? Brand new appliances or devices? Consolidating your debt to get more money in your pocket? Not a member? No worries. Come in and find out how you too can make the most of this offer. Or visit us today. Yes, you can have a brighter Christmas season with GUT Credit Union. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada. 20 and a half minutes after 7 o'clock. It is Talk the Things Thursday time. That's right. Going to give you a topic and you're going to tell me your thoughts, opinions on it, and keep it respectful as always. This morning's Talk the Things Thursday, we are going to talk, of course, Opposition Leader Tobias Clement and his presentation in response to the 2021 budget. He presented on Monday, God willing, and it was one of the most topical issues for the week, and that's what we're going to discuss this morning because we haven't as yet. Talk the Things Thursday. Opposition Leader Tobias Clement, his presentation and response to the 2021 budget. What did you think of what he said, how he presented, and his what we call antics in the sitting of House of Representatives? Landline 435-2041. WhatsApp is also 435-2041. Please, I beg only written messages on WhatsApp, please. Yesterday I got some pictures. 2 people sent me videos. Somebody has been sending me a series of voice notes. I cannot listen to voice notes. I cannot watch videos. I cannot click on YouTube links. No pictures, no videos, no voice or video calls. Please, I beg, only written messages on WhatsApp. Right now I have 3 WhatsApp calls from this morning alone. Let's not have number 4, please and thanks. No calls on the WhatsApp, only written messages on WhatsApp. You can also participate and share your thoughts on Mr. Clement's presentation on the Facebook page. It's GBN, Grenada Broadcasting Network's Facebook page, and the Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel. Talk the Things Thursday. Opposition Leader Tobias Clement and his presentation and response to the 2021 budget. Our first caller. Good morning, caller.
Morning, Blossom.
Morning, Tanti. How you do?
Actually, a cold.
Hey, what?
How you cold treated this morning? It's so cold.
I drove with my glass up this morning.
Like it was than ever. Blossom, a cold. I want to wish that lady a happy birthday to her. That's our gift from God. When God gives you long life, you must live it to the fullest and live it for Him, because this is hers. People who take out people's lives, they don't give it to them, but they take it away. Look how many years she lived. 19. This is a lot of years to live. Blossom, you think I'm going to reach this thing there?
Let's hope for the best.
Anyway, I wish her all the best and long life, more life to live, and what she has is hers. Take it to the Lord, and God give her. That is her gift from God. Live a life for God, and if you live good in the world, you would have a lot of years to go. But if you live a bad and evil life, your life would be short. So people live a life for God, and then you will have long life. People will meet me and say, "What?" I said, I want to be like you when you have your age. I say, well, no, live for God, and you will be like me. Blossom, you have a blessed day, darling.
Thank you, Tanti. You too.
And the thing is, what this morning is?
Mr. Clement's presentation to the budget on Monday.
Mr. Clement talks so much things that I don't even know where to start from. I wish him all the best, as I could see.
Thank you very much, Tanti.
Have a blessed day.
You too. All right. Opposition Leader Tobias Clement and his presentation and response to the budget on Monday. That's Talk the Things Thursday this morning. This morning we can also speak about the appointment of the Honorable Roland Bowler to replace Kim George in the Senate. The new senator, Roland Bowler, former Minister of Sports and former Minister of Agriculture, he replaces Kim George in the Upper House of Representatives, aka the Senate. He took his oath on Monday during the budget debate. So we can also speak about that this morning, or we can also talk the things about that this morning. Mr. Clement's presentation of the budget and Mr. Bowler's appointment in the Senate. Good morning, caller. Good morning, caller. Buenos dias. All right, not hearing you. Anytime I say buenos dias, it means I can't hear you. So if you can hear me and you hear buenos dias, I mean something right somewhere in the dance. Let me make a pass on social media. Somebody on WhatsApp says, I applaud Mr. Clement for his presentation. He exposed a lot we did not know. He showed Grenadians that they are held in shackles even though their handouts keep them. This is something we should ponder upon, the shackles and chains that we are held in. We are in deep slavery. Our speech won't be silenced anymore. And a strong message was sent to the new National Party. In relation to Minister Bola as a senator, Mr. Bola is just used as a recycle, nothing more. Somebody else on WhatsApp. Hold on, let me go to the phone lines. Good morning, caller. Buenos dias. If it's the same person, something's wrong with your telephone. Somebody on WhatsApp says, in relation to Mr. Clement, unnecessarily over dramatic. But mission accomplished, everybody paid attention. How many people would have really listened and paid attention to his presentation if he wasn't, as you put it, overly dramatic? So mission accomplished, huh? Somebody on WhatsApp says, go get them Go get them, Toby. It's time somebody exposes the NNP. Somebody on the WhatsApp is inquiring if Mr. Clement is still chained to the table. I saw a video on YouTube, I believe it was. A video on YouTube that with his secretary coming with the key to unchain him from the table. So he really did not have the key in his pockets. The secretary arrived after Parliament ended to unchain him from the table. So he's no longer in the Parliament building. Lost that caller. Let's go. Let me see. Let me make a swipe. All right. When the callers this morning, in the meantime, let me go back to phone ringing 3, 2. I can go back to the WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says, all this and I did not hear what Mr. Clement said. The most important thing I got from his presentation was him being chained to the table. Unfortunately, I did not pick up anything else that he said, so he overshadowed his own presentation. 3, 2, 1. As long as the phone is not ringing, I'm going to read the social media. It's Talk the Things Thursday. This morning we're talking Mr. Clement's presentation or response to the 2021 budget on Monday, where he chained himself to the table in the lower house before he gave his 2-hour presentation, as well as the appointment of Roland Bola as the new senator to replace Kim George in the upper house. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Blossom. How are you?
Morning, I'm good. How you do?
I'm blessed, man.
Amen.
I just want to say good morning to Mr. Clement. What Mr. Clement do the people thinking that is simple? That man express and demonstrate to the world that 30-something years he on that chain, you know. I ain't lying to tell you, it ain't easy. And watch what Mr. Clement did. He even bring out a secret the Prime Minister had on his chest for years. Because the Prime Minister said he didn't want to talk about that, you know. But Tobias Clement drag him out to say it. You know, he said a few years ago, Clement come and ask him for he to challenge him for the leadership, and Mr. Clement do a decent thing as a man. He didn't go behind the back and get some people to go and vote against the Prime Minister. He asked him, and I like that. But the Prime Minister was cherishing that for years. Clement bring it out. So Mr. Tobias Clement, you had to continue with your chain in the house. Because I didn't hear much papish go this time around, you know, table knocking and all kind of shopping. They sit down and they listen you. And you want others, they better take the one in. Forrester, they come and want them. They don't take Forrester one in. Forrester, 33 years, you're in a house, in bondage, and you free up yourself now. You wouldn't know, but those others are telling you, watch all yourself. See 30-something years. I don't think all you should wait until 30-something years to free up all your mind from slavery and bondage. Have a good morning, sister.
Thank you very much, caller. You enjoy your Thursday as well. Let me scroll through. Somebody on WhatsApp says we need strong people like Mr. Clement in the parliament. That man have guts. Bravo, sir. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, my dear.
Morning, Miss Jacob. How you do?
Auntie Blossom.
How you do?
You know, I want to know about the mommy and
is
then
fine.
Body.
Mommy is fine.
She fine?
Yes.
Yes, I love that. I love that. Auntie Blossom? Oh boy, let me tell you something. I 70 years following politicians. And when I follow politicians, I follow them on the top. You see what Brother Clement, I won't call him Mr. Clement, I'm giving him a due. Brother Clement. I don't like what he do. He do something good. And that sister, my dear sister, I'm telling you, please, take all that on your mind. Take it out. Lord, what good to say, good to keep. Let me tell you something. I follow politicians in Gary days. Let me tell you that. In Gary and Blaze. But let me tell you something. You see, this opposition already, now it is the worst. And I don't care. This politician and them that are reigning is the worst. 70 years behind politicians. 70 years behind politicians. And I never, ever, ever see. You see, this, I know a lot of people go come down on me, but I don't care. I speak my mind. And my mind is mine. You see, this government already know. The Honorable Dr. Keith Mitchell, kudos to you, boy, because you make people open their eyes. He didn't have no road. He didn't have no road to go through. All how you take it is bush. It's the Honorable Dr. Keith Mitchell that come and present the road to us. He bring light to us, and he bring water. So what are you want again? 70 years ago with him, the Honorable Dr. Keith Mitchell, and my wonderful brother Bowen.
Okay.
See, these two men and them, I know them from the bosom. And the one in Guava, W. You see these three men? Nobody can go to these three men. If they go through, they can't come to Jacob to go through these three men.
Okay.
Understand? So, Auntie Blossom,
thank you, Miss Jacob.
Have a wonderful day. God bless you.
You too.
Love you, darling.
Love.
Love.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Jacob. Talking the Things Thursday. Mr. Clement's presentation and response to the budget, as well as the appointment of Mr. Bola as the new senator to replace Kim George in the Upper House of Representatives. Let me go back to the phone lines. WhatsApper about Miss Noel. I'll be right back. Hold on. Good morning, caller.
Good morning. All you have to stop this stupidness on the radio, man.
And you need to stop your stupidness as well, because why you do they? You find why you do they help, ain't it? Okay, you go, girl. Somebody on WhatsApp is asking if I said Miss Noel is 119. According to Google, the oldest woman living today is Kane Tanaka from Japan. A few years ago, I could be about 3 years or so ago, a documentary, a program done on Miss Noel acknowledged that she is the oldest living woman. However, it cannot be verified by the international, I guess, what do they call them? The record people. Guinness Book of World Records. The Book of World Records cannot verify her actual age because they do not have a birth certificate. So while we celebrate her, she knows her age, Grenadians know her age, and we acknowledge her age, there needs to be certification of her age, and they cannot find her birth certificate to certify her as the oldest living woman. So hopefully that explains why Google is telling you it's Miss Tanaka from Japan. Good morning, caller.
Morning, Miss Blossom.
Morning, how you do?
I think Tobias had expressed himself very, very, very good here. So I see nothing wrong. But the lady that talked about the stupendous day, I think the program is a very good program. But the only thing is, Mr. Chico probably was talking stupendous. But the program you have is a very good program. And continue doing your good works. All right.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you so much for Mr. Jacob. But thank you, caller. I appreciate it. Talk the Things Thursday. Let me see what is on social media. Somebody on WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says, thank you very much. Kudos to Mr. Clement. He enticed people to listen to Parliament who didn't hear what he said after. Too bad. Keep up your good work. And the footage is there, made available if you want to go back and listen to what Mr. Clement said. You can always check out the GIS for the proceedings from the budget debate. Somebody else on WhatsApp says, nobody in talking out Mr. Clement, and we are not taking your words lightly. The world heard you, and I hope they use the law to take action with your statement. They should take out Mr. Clement. You can't and won't touch him. Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning, Citizen Welch. Greetings. This is Citizen Welch.
Morning, Citizen Rollo. Yes.
When you say to the people, especially the children of this here country, that Buenos Dias means I didn't hear you, that is incorrect. I suggest that you stop.
No, well, okay. Never mind. Okay, go ahead.
You cannot argue on this, and this is the purpose of my call.
Thank you.
It is incorrect. 2, read the actions of Mr. Clement. No, the actions of this thing cannot be seen lightly. This man was literally threatened on Wednesday. If we recall in the sitting what occurred, statements when he challenged his presentation or his debate or his moment at the podium. The speaker said one thing. Then the member for St. George Northwest said something else. And the tide turned. And if you listen to those two utterances, you would see that there was a threat to Mr. Clement. And so he took, as we say in Grenada, he took in front, because let's say in Grenada, when you're good for taking front, as I always do. What Clement did, in effect, avoided an even greater spectacle. Because I'll tell you, hadn't he done that, he would have been manhandled in there. It has happened before in the parliament of this country. So he secured himself. I commend him on that action. As regards what he said, he made mention of a couple of very important things, but he isn't doing it to me. He isn't doing it sufficiently powerfully. I wish that henceforth he would really take a greater stand and to further expose the abuses of this current administration. Hats off, Mr. Clement. And when you get it from me, I don't mama guy with people. Huh? Have a nice day.
Thank you very much, Citizen Rollo. Thank you for your contribution. Just I understand what you're saying in relation to the Buenos Dias. I didn't mean it literally, but I would understand why maybe the children would take it as literally means I cannot hear you. I understand what you're saying, but I didn't mean it literally that Buenos Dias translates to I cannot hear you. So if that was the interpretation some people got, my apologies. That's not what I meant. It was just a little fun way of saying when I speak Spanish, that means I cannot hear you. Not literal translation. Let's take a quick break, and then we're going to come back inside with some more Talk the Things Thursday here on Classic. We're talking Mr. Clement's presentation in the budget and Senator Roland Bowler appointed in the upper house. We'll be right back with Good Morning Grenada.
Get Ruby Gas. Get cooking. Ruby Gas, clean, safe, and reliable LPG is the perfect solution for your commercial and everyday needs. For cooking at home or barbecuing, choose Ruby Gas LPG cylinders. Available in a variety of sizes from 20 to 100 pound cylinders. Ruby Gas LPG, clean, safe, reliable. Are you cooking with Ruby Gas?
Get Rubis, get going.
Changes in sleep pattern, changes in appetite, lack of energy, no interest in work or hobbies, difficulty concentrating, constant sadness, thoughts of death and suicide. These are signs of depression. But there is help. Call 440-2269 and save a life today.
Whenever we're faced with difficulties, we find comfort in those we know and trust. This is especially true when a loved one has died.
Welcome to Otway Bailey Funeral Home.
For over 100 years, Otway Bailey Funeral Home has helped families celebrate the lives of their loved ones with compassion and dignity. Our affordability, attention to detail, warm and caring staff has contributed us being the funeral home of choice for official and state funerals. We treat you as we would treat our own family. All of our services are designed to help you get through one of the most personal and challenging stages of life, whether it's planning a funeral, joining our burial society, or pre-arrangements. You can be assured of the Otway Bailey commitment to consistently provide the most caring and professional service possible with the best options and price. So call us 440-2558 or visit our website otwaybaileyfuneralhome.org.
At Otway Bailey, we offer the perfect tribute any family can afford.
Through the years, I'm here to give you everything you like. Ribbity-bum scan, you don't know this is Craigie T. And right now, all of GBN, you're listening to Christmas in the Islands. Grenada, don't move a muscle. Ribbity-bum scan. To muddle through somehow.
Protect yourself and our community from COVID-19. Wash your hands frequently with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. If soap and water are not available, use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer with at least 70% alcohol. Use a tissue when blowing your nose, sneezing, or coughing. Immediately discard the tissue properly and wash or sanitize your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Let's do our part to ensure that each and every Grenadian remains healthy. To stay up to date, visit the Government of Grenada's webpage or the Ministry of Health's Facebook page. For more information, contact the Ministry of Health's hotline by calling 53-VIRUS. This has been a public service announcement brought to you by the Ministry of Health.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada. It's Talk the Things Thursday. Mr. Clement's presentation and response to the budget on Monday, and Mr. Bowler's appointment as a senator to replace Kim George in the upper house. That's Talk the Things Thursday. Let's go right back to the phone lines. Morning, caller.
Good morning, Blossom.
Morning, how you do?
I'm fine, you know.
All right.
And I know you're fine too.
Yes, a fine man.
And the voice. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Mr. Clement has his presentation is very great. I just thought in Miss Jacob. Miss Jacob like Cuthbert, but I like Mr. Clement. And Bowler, Mr. Bowler, I find Mr. Bowler too greedy. He was inside there. He resigned. He's some kind of thing in the NNP camp. And why now he want to go back as senator? Some of them they grabs in, they did like the dog and the shadow. You see, when we read a book, when you read the book about the dog and the shadow, the dog showed on, he have the bone in the mouth, and he go by the water and he seeing the bone shadow in the water. So he let go the bone and go behind the shadow. So that is Bola. Okay?
Okay, thank you. I don't think Mr. Bola resigned. And what he said, he was approached. He didn't say by who. He was approached to serve, so it's not that he went to ask. They came to him. I guess they were just looking for somebody with experience who can fill the position until such time. And he was, I don't know if the only person or one of the people approached to fill the position. Let's say in the meantime, instead of leaving the seat vacant. Let's see, WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says... Somebody on WhatsApp says, I hope they give Mr. Clement more time to speak the truth for Grenada. A gentleman like you, we need angrier. Or all the time? Somebody else on WhatsApp says, who have eyes to see, let them see, and ears to hear, let them hear. Reminds me of some of the things Prime Minister Rowley did before he became Prime Minister. Opposition is there to keep government in check. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, CD.
Morning, Mr. Ryan. How you do?
I'm doing fine.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about the politics. I don't want to talk about the politics. I want to defend you. And as I say, I want to compliment you for the way you handle this program compared to many who have been before you. You are the best.
Thank you.
And when you hear me say buenos dias, it means I cannot hear you. You are not saying that buenos dias means I can't hear you. It's not a translation, and I think the context was misconstrued by Citizen Rulo. I thoroughly, and I believe everybody understands what you mean. When you say buenos dias, you don't hear nothing say then, okay, when you hear me say buenos dias, that means I cannot hear you. So everybody understand that. I mean, I think he's too literal, and because of his manner of English, and he wants, his perfectionism in English, I think that's why he's seen it that way. But I thoroughly and totally, completely understand what you mean. Have a blessed day.
Thank you, Ms. Jeremiah. Enjoy your day as well. Appreciate it. I agree it was misconstrued, but I could kind of see what he's saying. I guess the adults will know buenos dias means good morning, but for the children who maybe have not yet even gone to a Spanish class may take it literal. So I can understand what he's saying. But thanks for the explanation, and that's what I meant indeed. When I speak Spanish, it's not a literal translation. It just means I cannot hear you. So thank you very much again, Ms. Jeremiah. I appreciate the vote of confidence. Somebody on WhatsApp says, it is clear to see that Mr. Clement is abused in Parliament. The Speaker in the House is not supposed to take sides, but he always strikes me as an NNP supporter. I like the psychology Mr. Clement used so that he would be heard. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Blossom.
Morning. I'm good. How you do?
All right, for now.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, what I think is the psychology that Mr. Clement uses good, and a lot of people is complete, making different remarks or what. But what I think is there are a lot of things, even the more attention need right now is that situation in that preschool, that retarded school in the Limes and the Mennonite school. That situation with the sewer that need more attention. What I think is, this is why I say never miss the water till the well run dry. It wasn't Mr. Eric time. The next day, you would have seen one of these yellow public trucks walk park up in front there with people ready to get that done in the old public works days. So Eric, he'd have paid attention. 4 years now, the people say, between 4 and 7 years now, they're complaining about this thing with these children in the school there. And we don't have the sense to think that these is not normal children that they We have very retarded children. They have difficult situations.
Don't say retarded. Say special.
Special. Well, yeah, well, sometimes, you know, in that area, they have a lot of different ways you could explain to them, but that is where, you know. But what I'm saying, this is a thing that needs immediate attention. As I said again, in days of the old public works in Sir Eric time, they would have seen one of these yellow public work trucks park up there the next day, and that place would have get remedy. Not 7 and 4 years. It's a shame. But we have a Ministry of Health and we have a Ministry of Ministry of Infrastructure and things. Ministry of Infrastructure, and they have no place with equipment meant to work. They only charter and work higher and output. Get the place going. Do something right for the people, man. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kola. I agree. Something needs to be done at soonest. These issues last too long. And Lakaloma also comes to mind. Like, I could probably give you a pass for a week. Probably for a week. But when it's stretching into months and weeks, that's where we're having a problem. These things stretch on too long. Somebody on WhatsApp, back to Talk the Things Thursday. WhatsApp, what could a sister here? Right, somebody on WhatsApp says, as it relates to Mr. Clement's action in Parliament, I found it rather nonsensical because there is a tool called a bull cutter and his theatrics was uncalled for. Those days of politics are gone. We are in 2020. And lastly, Mr. Clement wasn't threatened in no way by the Speaker of the House, neither the Prime Minister. I wouldn't say he wasn't threatened. Well, maybe threatened is not the word, but he was warned that he would only get an hour. That was last Friday. So he was prepared to get his full 2 hours, which is why he chained himself to the table. Okay, lost that caller. Let me go back by the WhatsApp in the meantime. Somebody says, that means you misinterpreted too. Somebody says, thanks for the correction. The children are not retarded. They have special needs. Good morning, caller.
Morning, greetings, welcome.
Greetings, how you do?
A day holding on.
I haven't heard you in a while.
Sometimes I pay to listen sometimes, because sometimes people feel I talk too much, so then I prefer to listen a lot and maybe I talk little when I come back.
Fair enough, understood.
You know? But my point now is that, you see, our people, we have to take notice of what happened. Even I heard something with the opposition, like Ms. Jacob had said this morning. Now we have to look at these two people that being based in one party and see their mentality. Now, the opposition had really played the part that he should have been playing for a very long time. And he tried to play this part long previously. And he been blocked, maybe fear to really put himself forward in the rightful way. But now I see that he break the bands of fear upon him. So all Grenadians and all the people who supporting a government that is not progressive to the nation's people, most of all, check for the children. Look all the years our Prime Minister, you ought to say, stay away from the children. Now he putting himself right in the middle of the children to try to influence them, to bring us way, to bring them way. We have come a long way. We had Gary, we had long before Gary went slavery and chain, and we see our parents catching the hell in the field. You know what I'm saying? We come to the revolution, we clear out some of this slavish mentality that we had from when Gary, when colonial grip so much tighter now. And we still come back in this area today where we're still fighting against ourselves internally and externally, because up in the parliament house they're fighting among themselves, verbally, spiritually, mentally, you know, socially, and so outside amongst us we are doing the same. Now I ask in Grenadians, what we really desire, the things we condemn and criticize, let's all of us put one aim and objective, and let we do it for the children by selecting people who really concern and care and understand the history of whence we came. Because as I always say, if we don't take history as a serious thing, put it on our curriculum and put it right up to the first page or the first line, in the politics, you could see directly our leaders today have no idea of where we came from and what our people go through, our ancestors, our foreparents. And today, when they should take the mantle to break all the chains and shackles and take us out from this colonial mentality that's stifling us, every time I go to vote, I vote times already, and I still, when I think now, I tell myself, every time I go to vote, I think it's colonial, the Queen I'm voting for. Because you know why? All who go there, they go on the behalf of the Queen. And it's time, as Mr. Rollo always said, the Constitution. Let's make it our business so we know when we vote, we know who we're voting for. But every time we go and vote, we're voting for the Queen, and that's why we have so much of conflict and confusion. You know? My sister, much thanks for the moment. Much love. You have a beautiful day.
Thank you, you too. Much thanks. Thank you so much. Let me go back to the social media. No problem, Emma. WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says, not the usual, but shows what you can do to overcome the oppressor. Not wanting to give him his opportunity to speak. Mr. Bola is a classic example of what the NNP represents. Recycled people and leaving out young and competent persons who can contribute and gain the experience, but they speak one thing and do the other. Sickening. Another WhatsApper says, the NNP is recycling people now. That is sure to lead to their demise. Let me see what another WhatsApper. We probably have time for just one more WhatsApp. Somebody else on WhatsApper says, As a child, I was told to head for the top. I started working and my manager told me not to be distracted by others, and people saying Tobias Clement is too greedy for giving a top performance in Parliament. Thank you, Mr. Clement. Hats off to you for a job well done. Okay, and this will be the last one that I would read. I totally support Mr. Clement. He needs to get the respect as everyone when he wants to talk drama. Our PM always put on a good theatre in Parliament. Mr. Clement has nothing on the PM's drama. Just got up over. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yes, Mr. Clement has nothing on the PM's drama. And that would be the end of. That would be the end of Talk the Things Thursday this morning. Thank you so much for participating. Have yourselves a safe and productive, thankful Thursday. We are getting ready to join the BBC for the 8 a.m. newscast. Those of you heading out, those of you getting to work for 8, you have just about 2 minutes. You should already be at your desk and tuned into Classic or Hot 98 to get your day started. Thank you so much. Remember your hand sanitizers, wear your masks in public. We still have 2 active cases of COVID-19. I have not seen the news release to say if they have been medically cured. So I am going on the premise that we still have 2 active COVID-19 cases. So continue to protect yourselves. Dengue fever is still on the rampage. Clean your environments, your surroundings from stagnant water, and continue to stay safe. Have yourselves a blessed, productive, thankful Thursday. Bye. Hold on there, Mikhail. Hold on there, Mikhail. We had to go back to the vibes. I say they know. Bye.
Christmas time, going from house to house. Hey, Christmas time, we moving from house to house. Yeah, Christmas time, I'm passing by my Minister of House and Planning. I'm passing by Monday too. There's no segregation, no separation. Syria, Merry Christmas to you and you. What we do? So, we're going from house to house.
Reported. Corruption. Reported.
It's Monday morning.